Hola a todos, me llamo Alfonso y soy profesor de español. In this video, I'd like to first introduce myself and second, give you one tip to help you choose between por and para when you speak Spanish. As you may already know, I come from Spain. I was born in a nice Spanish region close to France and bordering the Mediterranean Sea. I became interested in teaching quite early in my life. In fact, my first university degree was in teaching. I became a school teacher, and so I worked with kids, teaching them Spanish and other subjects for about 3 years. Later on, I became interested in teaching Spanish to non-natives, which I guess is your case. And so I eventually started teaching my native language through the internet. Now, let's move on and do some Spanish, shall we? I'll give you some sentences in English, and your task here is to decide if you'd use por or para in their Spanish translations, okay? The plane leaves for Spain. These flowers are for Mary. I'm writing an essay for Friday. I'm watching this video to learn Spanish. So, what do you think? Well, all those sentences need para in Spanish. But how do we know? Well, what I want to do in the rest of this video is show you there is one tip you can use to help you remember the basic uses of para. And here's a tip. Picture in your mind an arrow and the keyword end. Okay? So let's go back to those sentences. The plane leaves for Spain. El avión sale para España. So we have an arrow movement here, and the end of that movement is Spain. Spain is where the plane ends. The plane leaves for Spain, para España. Okay? These flowers are for Mary. Estas flores son para María. Mary gets the flowers. The flowers end on Mary's hands. Para María. I'm writing an essay for Friday. Estoy escribiendo una redacción para el viernes. You see, this is about a deadline. The deadline for my essay is Friday. My time ends on Friday. So, para el viernes. I'm watching this video to learn Spanish. Estoy viendo este vídeo para aprender español. You might say, in what sense do we see an end here? Well, this is what you're aiming at. You want to learn Spanish, so that's your objective, that's your end. So, to what end are you watching this video? Para aprender español. Okay? So, I hope that makes sense and is clear to you. You do need to bear in mind this is only a summary. So there are exceptions, but I do think this nicely sums up the most important uses of Spanish para. So remember, para could be represented by an arrow and the keyword end. So that's all for now, and I just want to wish you all the very best in learning Spanish. Nos vemos en clase. Hasta luego.